Mighty Man won it the year before that. Great Aintree specialist on the mile May course. And they jumped 9 flights in all. This is the John Smith's Imagine Appeal top novices hurdle. 1 is Bywell Bow, Jan Feltzik. Number 2 is Crocodile Dundee, Paddy Brennan. 3 DeSoto, Richard Johnson. 4 Blythe Knight, Tony McCoy. 5 Osana, Tom Scudamore. 6 is Ouninpohja, Ruby Walsh. Take out 7. Tyson is Paul O'Neill, and in force Leighton Aspel.
Ouninpohja had the market here at 9-4, but it's certainly not the one that you'd want to risk your life on, a horse that could easily trade at a short price and get beaten in running. Here's the main prices: 9-4 into 2s now, Ouninpohja. It's 11-4, Osana from 3s. DeSoto out to 7-2 with Tyson at 7-1. That's quite solid. Bywell Bow is a 12's chance. Blythe Knight, really good support for that one, from 20s into 14s. It's 25-1 Crocodile Dundee, and Enforce is the 33-1 outsider. Ouninpohja, the 2-1 market leader.
Yeah, one of my favourite people in racing, larger-than-life character I've known for a long time, Harry Finlayoni at Ouninpohja. I'm going to take you back, Harry, 1989, John Parrott 9, Steve James 9 at the Crucible. Tell us the story.
Oh, I remember it well, John. Yeah, the first round at the Crucible, and I remember my mum, who owns Ouninpohja, and by the way, John, she's not well, my mum. She's having a big operation in Barcelona tomorrow with her back. She was really in a bad way at Cheltenham, and she's almost sounded half human this morning. She's been on a morphine for a couple of weeks, so big operation tomorrow, mum, and I hope she comes out of it all right. So I'm sure she will do. She's tough, my old mum, as well, you know, John. But no, that day at the Crucible, 9-0, when that black ball finished, and I remember that if you'd have got beat, we were on the way home with the each way money, and that was it. I remember meeting my wife that night. I remember where's Stato, Angus Loughran, because I asked Angus Loughran for an anti-post price. What price? I married that girl before I'd even spoken to her. So, and of course, if you weren't the one that potted that black, I never would have met her. So, no, that was a long time ago, John.
Yeah.
I remember a few other close calls as well. I remember a 9-8 against Nigel Gilbert.
Now, of course, what about Denman? Has your head recovered from that monster gamble?
I'm still thinking about that. What about that Cliff Thorburn, that 5-4 at Wembley? That very last black went off in about 7 cushions you got. You was always lucky, John, wasn't it? Ouninpohja, yeah, he's not a Gungadoo or a Denman as far as punting concerned. We all know his seconditis that he had on that last term on the flat. It is a worry with him. He'll get there cruising, hopefully. No excuses for him today, John. I'm having a small bet on him because I think the ground's right. I think the track will suit, and Paul thinks he's in great nick, so really, Ouninpohja, no excuses for him.
Lovely to see you, and good luck, pal.
Likewise, John.
Sorry, man. Yes, I'm here with Lee Westwood. He's watching his horse running. Lee, excited?
Very, yeah. I don't want to miss it, though.
Go and enjoy it, of course. You were played well in Augusta last week.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, pretty good.
You going to fancy this horse?
Yeah, I think he's got a chance, yeah.
Enjoy the race.
Thank you.
Well, this is going to be a good race. We're looking at Ouninpohja. He's number 8 there. A horse that on the flat was second more times than he won, you know, and his honesty has been questioned.
Yeah, but this is actually, we're looking at his Tyson we just heard about. He's got a small chance. Paul O'Neill rides for Venetia Williams. He's possibly an each way chance at 7-1.
Very similar colours to Ouninpohja, by mistake there. But certainly Ouninpohja, as I said, carries his head high even when he's not actually galloping.
Yeah, the travel's great in the county hurdle. He'll probably do the same again, and I think Ruby will wait till the last minute on him. He deserves to be favoured. He's got an outstanding chance.
Well, they're coming out, and they won't hang around here. Jim is the man who will call them home. And looking at this, DeSoto, the third horse there, Peter Deals, that's a big chance, Jim.
See, Richard, they're off and running. 2 miles and half a furlong the trip. They jumped 9 flights in all, and sitting off in the lead here is Bywell Bow. From Osana on the inside, a gap then to DeSoto, who settles on the outside in third, and a very handy third too. Tyson is tucked away with a pink cap and the hoop sleeves in fourth. 2 lengths away then is Crocodile Dundee. Ouninpohja in the purple jacket out the back, and company with Enforce as they go over the first, and Blythe Knight is last. Up the straight the first time, and it's Bywell Bow on the outside, just galloping on here. The yellow cap comes to the second, judges it well. From Osana, who jumps at second, DeSoto third, and in behind them fourth on the inside is Tyson. Out very wide, the green and yellow colours in Force as they come up now towards the third. Bywell Bow just flicked over that in good style, hurdling very athletically by 2 or 3 lengths to Osana on the inside, anxious to go a bit quicker, followed by De Soto, and then Tyson tucked away. 2 or 3 lengths further back in the field in force, Leighton Aspel just taking a course out in the centre there. Followed on the inside by Crocodile Dundee, 2 lengths to Ouninpohja back in the field, and Blythe Knight is last of the 8 runners as they swing now into the back. And Bywell Bow it is who shows the way. Bywell Bow by 1.5 lengths to in second place Osana. 1.5 lengths further back then is De Soto, who travels on the outside here of tucked away Tyson. 2 lengths further back in the field as they come to the 4th flight is in force out wide. Then in behind them as they clear that Crocodile Dundee. Blythe Knight is out the back with Ouninpohja, and they've got a real good gallop as they head down the back now. The middle one there, number 5. And Bywell Bow it is who shows the way. Bywell Bow by 1.5 lengths or so. We're in second Osana, who has been there from the outset. De Soto in third on the outside. They're followed then by Tyson. A gap of 3 or 4 lengths to Enforce, who's out pretty wide on the track. Ouninpohja now starting to improve as they come to the 6th. And further back in the field too is Crocodile Dundee, and Blythe Knight is still weighted with. About to leave the back, and still out in front here is Bywell Bow. Osana though going through on the inside, takes a rails run there and takes it up. De Soto flat to the boards in third. They're followed in 4th then by Tyson, and Ouninpohja now starting to run on pretty well. The white face of Blythe Knight is next. A gap to Crocodile Dundee, who's struggling, and Enforce is well out the back. Osana though has kicked away coming to the turn. He's gone 4 lengths in front of in second De Soto, followed third by Bywell Bow, and then Ouninpohja on the inside in the purple jacket. Ruby Walsh sitting confidently as they come around into the home straight now. And further back then is Blythe Knight running on, but Osana out in front here. It's Osana by 4 or 5 lengths to in second De Soto, followed then by Ouninpohja. Blythe Knight is also coming there strongly at the second last now. Osana in front, but the challengers are queuing up. Blythe Knight and Ouninpohja in behind them from De Soto. It's Osana flat to the boards here. From on the outside, McCoy on Blythe Knight. Walsh over on the far side, Ouninpohja. They come to the last. Osana gets over it in front. Here's Blythe Knight. Ouninpohja the far side, called on for an effort now. Osana being tackled now by Blythe Knight. What a beautiful ride by McCoy. He takes it up now with 100 yards left to go. And Blythe Knight coming away here for a pretty good win. Very confidently ridden. Blythe Knight wins it by 3 or 4. In second, Osana, a gap to Ouninpohja, who found nothing third. A gap then to Bywell Bow in 4th from De Soto, and behind them Crocodile Dundee, and Tyson is last to finish. I have a feeling that Enforce may have been pulled up, although now crossing the line. The winner is number 4, Blythe Knight, owned by Maxi Lead Limited, trained by John Quinn and ridden by Tony McCoy. Second, number 5, Osana, Tom Scudamore. Third, number 6, Ouninpohja, ridden by Ruby Walsh. And 4th, number 1, Bywell Bow, ridden by Jan Feltzerjack. So the winner, McCoy, Tony McCoy, his 180th winner of the season, and a 14-to-1 winner. Tony McCoy in the saddle. Not often you see that. 2.5 lengths and 5 lengths. The distances, 2.5 lengths and 5. Blythe Knight is the winner here. Tony McCoy, a great ride.
What a fascinating race to watch. This big white face of Blythe Knight, I've been used to watching it on the flat, arriving late on the scene. He was trained by Ed Dunlop. I remember Frankie Dettori, Kieran Fallon, loads of jockeys trying to wait long enough because he does nothing when he hits the front. And AP sitting in here behind Tom Scudamore and Osana, waiting to make his move, but also travelling well as Ruby Walsh on Ouninpohja. But that flat race speed of a horse that's won the Lincoln, ran it again just a couple of weeks ago and finished 9th in it, was always going to tell.
Yeah, a wonderful feeling this for AP, and he'd have been just looking over at Ruby, wondering when he was going to go, but Ouninpohja didn't pick up as Ruby thought he would. And Osana in front, he's battled all the way to the line. He's ran a cracking race for Tom Scudamore and David Pipe. But Blythe Knight, Tony McCoy this side, he really picks up and quickens well. And John Quinn, his trainer, is having a tremendous time. Not a huge amount of jumpers in his stable, but his horse is really running well. And you can see AP having a cheeky little look across. And he certainly will be in good form after this for the big race tomorrow.
But that is true speed at the end of a race. That's a real ability to accelerate, and he's come off the flat. He's had loads of runs on the flat. He's 7 years old now, his first season over hurdles, and he's won 2, finished second once and third once. He could be anything, couldn't he? If he was actually easier to ride, he'd win more races. But AP, I think this is where, since he left Martin Pike, the job he had at Martin Pike's, where he quite often used to make the running, he's gotten so much better at riding a waiting race, which sounds ridiculous to say of a man who's been champion jockey 10 times, but he's better at it.
Yeah, ridden thousands of winners, but I think there's the fact of riding for JP McManus. He likes his horses to be dropped in a little, so does John Joe, and he's got real good at it. This was a polished ride, absolutely perfection he was on it. But Blythe Knight, I'm sure that's John Quinn in the middle, the trainer, and as I said, he's doing a wonderful job with his horses, just being congratulated by Michael Horrigan. And this horse could go on to win some big handicap hurdles, because with that high cruising speed, the quicker they go, the better for him.
Here comes Tony McCoy, second winner for the week here at Aintree. Exotic Dancer, a big winner for him yesterday. And nothing better than going into the National with a couple of wins under your belt at this meeting. It means so much to confidence, even if you are the multiple champion. Well, the winner, Blythe Knight, is trained by John Quinn. He's now with Brian Gleeson.
John Quinn, he didn't half win, did he?
Won well, didn't he? Yes, yeah, very pleased.
14-1, of course. He won the Lincoln 2 years ago. That was the first big pot. You bought him out of Ed Dunlop's.
Yeah, I mean, I really liked his form, and when we went to see him, I really liked the way he was made. Good specimen of a horse, and I buy these dual-purpose horses to run the flat and over hurdles, and he's turned out well.
Jumps very well.
Jumps well, yeah, jumps well, and we had him in at Cheltenham. We didn't run him, and I'm pleased. He got every yard of the trip today, and he did it well.
And he had the valuable assistance of AP McCoy.
Oh yeah, I didn't tell him how to ride him, but I said, the better you're going, the longer you wait.
And he did, and of course Ruby Walsh was cantering in the inside as well.
He was cantering, but this fella found more. But, delighted.
It's always exciting to have a winner at the festival. I was watching you and the family in the parade ring. No matter, it's always exciting.
Well, these are the races that we all want to win, all of us. So I'm delighted, really.
Enjoy. Your horse is about to come into the winners' enclosure.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Well, coming back to the winners' enclosure through that archway, and so many more people get to see these horses on the way back. I think it's a great layout, the new Aintree. And Tony McCoy tomorrow will be riding La Mie in the colours of JP McManus. His retainer with JP is one that's produced many winners. La Mie, a good horse, as we know, has run Porto Star to a short head at Newbury earlier in the campaign. So he's got to have a chance tomorrow. Okay, let's have a look at the SPs now on our fifth race here from Aintree this afternoon.
Well, Tony McCoy on a 14-1 winner, and that doesn't happen very often. Blythe Knight winning at 14-1. Osana finished second at 3-1, and Ouninpohja finished third, the 2-1 favourite. So it's John Quinn trained, it's AP McCoy ridden, and the price of the winner, 14-1.